Alrighty, folks. Hello. Welcome to this awesome match. We got the Evils takeover. We combined the Eagles and the Marvels to make the Evils, and so the Evils taken over here on this match.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
We're going into it. We've got the Madison Evils. Madison Evils and the Franklin Shogun coming at ya. It's gonna be a tough one. We did see, we didn't get to see it, but the Evils did play another match beforehand, and unfortunately lost against the Franklin Shogun, or the Nomads, excuse me. But we're seeing to see if the Evils are going to be able to come back from this here. And so roster is Ghost, Phantom, Frost, Plurp, Captain Calamari, and Dreamer. And with that in mind, we're going to watch Plurp here diving through, gets very heavily damaged. That lamp coming out from Phantom is going to keep him alive, and the heals coming out are going to keep him going as well. Got Ghost in the back line trying to get some damage through, trying to squish them all together. Plurp does find the elimination, but is it going to be enough? And with a couple more eliminations, it could be just the thing that the Evils are going to be looking for. Getting a couple eliminations, not even getting very close to that checkpoint, but Evils able to come through and make it work. And so I want to be clear here, it is the Evils takeover, but this is officially the Marvels team. We have Marvels players with Eagles substitutes. And so we thought it would be kind of fun to make a joke out of it and make it fun. And so it is the Evils instead. And with that, looks like they're trying to do a symmetric dive here. The ultimate does come out from Dreamer though to keep the team rolling, as well as the the drum coming out from Captain Calamari on that Orisa. They dishing out a lot of damage, so lots of damage boost. 3 ults were invested here, but a lot of ults invested as well from the Shogun here. And with that, that's going to be the end of the fight there. And so looking at that, 3 ults invested in favor from the Evils. Probably, especially with that off the back of that Death Blossom, was able to finish it off. We do see that Franklin does have a Earthshatter available to them, but we'll see how much it's going to be used, as now they're investing a lot of ults, as a lot of ults are coming online now. They're going to be on that point. The Resurrection does go on the Plurp, but is it going to be enough? The Earthshatter comes out as some trades come out. Now the Evils trying to get some eliminations through, but not able to get enough damage through, and maybe a little bit of lack of communication as the team did kind of end up going through, but not everyone was fully ready, as I think there was like a little bit of a split there as the Shogun came through there. And so we're heading on to point 2 here. Ghost trying to get that sneaky play out. Looks like the team is electing to go through. The Ghost now coming through, does get a lot of damage out, takes the duel in the back end, does get eliminated with the remech on that, and the team now breaking, as there's not much to do about that. We do see Frost in the back line trying to get some through, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, as the Diva Bomb does find many valuable targets on the Evil's side. Ghost coming back, pushing back with those shotguns, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, as the Shogun coming out strong. Plurp trying to dive through, going to die pretty quickly, and the rest of the team going to go down pretty quickly, as there is not much to do about that. Glassman with a great Riptire. The EMP comes out, but it's, again, I don't think it's going to be enough here, as the Evil's not able to make much out of it. The Death Blossom gets eaten up by the D.Va. The Earthshatter is huge, but again, not going to be enough as Plurp goes down swiftly. See the Resurrection trying to come out from Dreamer to try to stall the point as much as possible, but it's all for naught, I think, here, as the team is just throwing themselves on the point, trying to get the most out of it, and there it goes there. The point was very close to coming up to enough, and the Shogun playing a very tight dive comp with that Symmetra teleporter, going to allow them to go extremely quickly onto that point, and the Marvels, or not the Marvels, the Evils, going to need to adapt to that. So now we're switching sides. So now Evil's going to be on the offense going through. I like to see how the comp is going to switch up here, as you know, it's going to be a weird one. Evil's had some struggle there. The Eureka comp came out.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
It was strong in that first fight, being able to do the bongo, but I'm not sure if it's saved them everything. As we saw, Orisa just doesn't have that high mobility. Is able to disrupt something like a dive comp, that mobile dive comp, but it can be pretty tough if the team is not fully aware of those great pulls. And so we do see the Orisa coming out from Captain Calamari again, trying to get those pults, as we see right there. A double shield. Team's now going to roll through. We saw Frost on the left trying to get that flank. Those Symmetra turrets are powerful. The team now getting ready to set up and push through on the side here. Down a player, as we did see Ghost possibly switching, did go down. Team is going down pretty quickly now, as Captain Calamari now needs to retreat. He's going to get caught out in the little crevice there, and that's a reset for the team. The Symmetra is doing quite a lot of work and getting a lot of free damage out for the team. See the switch of Captain Calamari onto the D.Va, which is going to make that life a lot easier, able to get rid of those turrets a little bit more effectively. Reducing Ghost as well on that Riptire. Where is it? We do see Ghost on that Junkrat. That's going to allow a lot of damage to come through. We know Ghost has been pretty effective on that Junkrat. And with that key switches there, the D.Va and the Junkrat getting a lot of single target damage out. And is extremely effective against something like a Symmetra. If you have the D.Va able to demolish those turrets, and then you have someone that's extremely low mobility, like Symmetra, you're just able to eliminate that target really quickly. And so teams trying to set up for the next one. Again, we have Captain Calamari pushing through. Gotta deal with those Symmetra turrets. Did you see Frost on that Doomfist? Going to be able to come through, get 2 eliminations really quickly, as well as the Riptire coming out. For that, the Riptire is going to be huge. Going to find 2. Plurp's going to finish off a couple more, and now it's looking big for the Evils here, as they're able to get a lot of eliminations off. But with that, though, it looks like the Evils do slowly go down for that. It looked strong there for the Evils, sorry. But with the key players staying alive, it's going to be tough. The Evils just need to finish off those couple key players for them to finally make it all the way through, and they just didn't make it out. Gonna try again though. Looking at ults now, we do have a couple key ults coming online, as well as the support ults coming through, so it's going to be coming out a lot. Frost does go down, but is it going to be... that's a big damage dealer down for the Evils, and that's gonna mean that the Evil's gonna need to retreat. The ult does come out from the Mercy to try to keep the team alive in this fight, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough, as a lot of the players for the Shogun are gonna be alive. The Earthshatter comes out, finds a lot, but that the drop in the beat from that Lucio is extremely strong, keeping the team alive. But a lot of eliminations do come out. Plurp able to shield away. Ooh, not able to shield away that that Diva Bomb. A lot of eliminations though coming out in favor of the Shogun. Now it's looking not too great here for the Evils, as now they're going to get split up a little bit with Phantom and Ghost on the back line. Gets caught out, and now they're going to have to retreat again for this fight, and it looks like Captain Calamari does go down. And Evil's coming out strong, just not able to finish off those last key targets that are going to be able to stall the point extremely well. And with this defensive advantage almost a little bit, with this respawn time, it's going to be extremely tough. We do see a couple ults online as for both sides, a couple key ones. You see Frost now diving through, now taking a lot of damage, electing to ult. The Diva Bomb comes out, does get a lot of those the Metro turrets, which is a big deal, but Go's able to finish it off. Earthshatter coming out, but that Riptire is going to be a big deal. Finds 3, and again, this is that point where it's hard to get that Lucio. It's hard to get that Junkrat. If they're not able to finish it off, the team's going to come back from respawn a lot quicker, and because of that, they're going to be able to come back from that fight extremely well, and we're seeing that just right now. Phantom's going to have to retreat. We're going to get a quick pause here, as it looks like we do have a couple technical issues. We do have a player that left the game. And so we're going to do a quick pause. And I'm going to go check up on them to make sure we're all good. And we'll be right back as we make sure that they're all set up. Stick around.
Those hands and lights can't stop me. I just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from this high. Now with you, now with you, this high.
all right, we're coming back with it. Looking at the time, we got about a minute remaining on this round. Probably got 1 or 2 more fights remaining in these folks. So we'll see what they can do going into it. We got a couple ults available as Dreamer now popping that Mercy ult, as well as the Riptire coming out, but a lot of ults in response. Plurp does go down, but a lot of eliminations off onto with the Riptire. Gonna find it. Now 2 players remaining. They need to eliminate these teams quickly so that they can finish it off, but it's not looking too strong there. And now Plurp trying to get the defense off, and the ults coming out, the Shogun now coming back. Evils now need to retreat here because it's just not worth the fight. But now going into the last 10 seconds, it is now very important to hold the touch as much as possible. We see Frost on that Reaper, of a player that's a character that's really able to survive, but unfortunately does go down, and the touch is not good enough as the boops come through, and that's going to be the Shogun's first map there. And so we see Plurp with an amazing play of the game, probably it's a huge Earth Shatter, but unfortunately might not be enough, as that Lucio ult kept the Shogun alive really extremely well. A lot of eliminations off with the team off the back of that Earth Shatter, so maybe it was worth. And with that, we're gonna be right back with the next round. We'll just get going we'll just go right into the next round. With that, we'll be right back as we set up for it. Sorry.
Those hands and lights can't stop me. I just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from the sky. Now with you, now with you, this high.
Alrighty folks, a quick swap of the teams here. So we got the Evils now on the right side. That means they're going to be defending first against the Shogun. And we have swap mats to Volskaya Industries. Map is the same as Temple of Anubis. On that second point, you have such a strong ability to really effectively defend that point. It's extremely hard, as that respawn is so close to the point that you're defending, that it just can be extremely hard to deal with. And you know, the respawn is what, I think it's only like 5 seconds or something similar to that. It's not a very long respawn time in Overwatch. However, when you take into account the walk back to the point, that adds a little bit of time to the respawn, and that can make a whole difference. And so now we're actually seeing a little bit different composition. We see Ghost on Echo going through, as well as we see Captain Calamari on Hanzo, some characters that we don't see quite often when playing. So Evil's now trading blows, trying to find the right pick coming out. As Captain Calamari does find the pick on the Symmetra, that might be what they need. And in the meantime, we have two folks on the point going to be able to try to split the attention of the Franklin team as they go through, as a lot of eliminations now coming out. A Ghost with that Echo effectively coming in and annihilating. We do have that Zarya, I'm not going to say their name, is going to go down pretty quickly, and the Evils now effectively taking this a point for themselves. Looks like the team is going to push up to try and get some poke damage through, but have to be extremely careful. Frost, in a bad way, could get booped off here. Gonna get some damage through. Plurp now getting a little bit split off from the team. Do you see Captain Calamari doing some great work on the Blinksy as the Dragon comes out, splitting up the team, and some ults coming out from the Evils, getting a lot of eliminations through. 2 Reinhardts is a big deal as they Earth Shatter from Ghost on that Echo is gonna allow for a quick kill elimination. Evil's now holding strong, but that Riptire could spell defeat. Does not get any eliminations off. Evil's staying alive with the help of those supports, Phantom and Dreamer, but they need to keep these teams off. They got to get a lot more eliminations. They have to make sure that they're confirming this elimination, this team fight, as they are holding a strong position. They just need to finish it off, and I'm just not seeing that finish off. And with that, it could be tough. And now the Evils coming through with only 3 players remaining, now going to have to retreat as the fight has been lost. A very strong fight, but a lot of ults used in the remaining time to try to stall and keep the fight going, and because of that, the Shogun now are in a better position with ults. We have a Zarya Grav Surge and a Earth Shatter coming from the team. Plurp going in. Gonna have to wait for team just a little bit here. And so the Evils now have to be extremely careful. Glassman getting a quick elimination on the Captain Calamari. That's going to mean that there's not as much damage output, but the team is going to push in anyways as the Grav comes out. Plurp is unfortunately eaten alive, and again, I think the Evils did not win that fight, and they need to retreat now. And it looks like they are doing just that, which is exactly what we want to see. See Ghost and the team regrouping. Frost on the back line, though, causing a lot of trouble, keeping them occupied for the time being. And the ult comes out from Dreamer, maybe a little premature, but the team is now going to go through. The ult's coming out from Frost, as a lot of coming out. Now Ghost, all these ults being used now. The Glassman does find 2 on the back. Again, it is battle of the ults now, and it looks like the Shogun are going to win that fight. A lot of ults down, just not finding it all the way. Evil's now coming through. Have to be careful. It's going to be tough here. So, Shogun holding strong. Plurp diving in. Does not have a team. Takes a lot of damage and goes down as a result to it. And because of that, team's going to go down pretty quickly. So, off the back of that, Captain Calamari also getting caught on, staying in a little too long. Kind of overstaying the welcome a little bit there. It's games like these that kind of shows how tight these matches are and how skillful these players are. I'm talking about a lot of mistakes going through, but I think at this point that is these small little mistakes that all make the whole difference, because all of these players have put a lot of effort and are working extremely hard and keeping it going. As Plurp now getting caught in by the grab, but a lot of eliminations coming out. The great ults, as the Reinhardt, as we're not seeing, was able to get a lot of eliminations off. Plurp gets the Earthshatter onto the other Reinhardt, but they're able to do the same. It's a lot of switching here, as ults now are coming online and being used in the same breath. And Evil's just not finding it quite yet. Now with 60 seconds remaining, it's going to be extremely tough going into this. It is really a name. It's about who's winning this fight, and it looks like the Evils just not finding it exactly right. Maybe not. Again, we have a lot of substitutes here. That's why we're calling it the Evils here. And you know, the team might not be fully together. Captain Calamari does get the elimination onto that Riptide. It's a big deal. Now we see Franklin. It's going to get pretty feisty, and as a lot of eliminations come out, all in favor of the Shogun, though, as some ults being used, but just not going to be enough. We see Frost on that Wrecking Ball, going to hold the point best they can, but now it is the name of the game is the stall, and that's not going to be easy with those going through, as the grab does come out.
Score 0-1. Switching side.
I definitely think I've said it a couple times here. I think the name of the game of this fight here for the Evils is ult management, as well as and the reason, and the ult managing in reference to the winning and losing of a fight. There's a lot of times where we saw the Evils using abilities and diving and kind of going into a risky position to try and finish the fight or extend the fight, and not necessarily a great thing to do, especially on some map like this, because it might work in other game modes. You might come out lucky getting some eliminations and stalling the point, but in a map like this, where the second point, and we saw how effective they were for the first point, but for the second point, that is the big deal here. The second point, again, that short distance from respawn basically decreases the timer of the respawn and allows for the defending team to stall 10 times more effectively because of that. And you can't win a stalling battle against the defending team advantage, and that's what the Evils were trying to do. As now the Franklin team gonna go a little bit of a death ball here and slide on through. Evils just not grouped in enough and not getting the right picks, and the Nomads, or the Shoguns, excuse me, gonna come in and roll. Again, we see that effective death ball comp, and the Evils just not able to put up any fight against it. So trying to hold high up a little bit further, but has to be careful. We've seen Plurp, seen some players get caught out extremely well by a team like the Nomad, or I keep saying the Nomads, it's a Shogun here. These teams mean business. They've been here a long time. Glassman is one of those names that's been with the XP League for a long time, and it goes to show, because that skill is there. As a huge Earthshatter, Plurp's going to find two off the back of that Earthshatter. and some ults being used to finish off the fight maybe didn't need to be used, as Plurp, again, finding 2 and finishing off a 3rd was really all that was needed. And actually, keeping that in mind now, the Shogun do have 3, almost 4, 5, 6, almost ults available to them, while the Evils don't have quite as many. Plurp and Frost now use their ults and aren't able to get that recharge. Captain Calamari does have a Dragon available and actually gets a quick elimination off onto Glassman after that res from Dreamer. And with that, a big Dragon's going to deny a push from the Franklin Shogun. And that's really all you can expect now from with these players being so effective at what they're doing. The Dragon is really only used for zoning purposes. A lot of ults coming out for the Shogun, but with a great Deadeye from Ghost, looks like the Evils are going to be able to take this fight to the victor and win it here. The Glassman on that Junkrat, going to stay alive. That's exactly the kind of thing that you need. So Glassman does not have to stall the point, and is gonna, that's the swap that needed to be made, And now Glassman's in a great position to be ready for the next fight. And even has a Riptire, but does get quickly swatted away by Captain Calamari. Plurp getting caught out, being a little aggressive there, and Dreamer has to put themselves into a risky situation to try to get that resurrection, but does manage to find it as Plurp does back out. No key eliminations, but now Ghost getting that elimination on the Glassman going to be a big deal, as Captain Calamari now gets the Monkey. That's denying a lot of momentum for the Franklin Shogun. And so now they're Reinhardt charging through, backing up with team at the very least, as the Dragon comes out. Might be a little too short. Frost trying to find the high noon, doesn't able to find it against Glassman, but Ghost finds the duel against Glassman and wins that. A great play coming out from him. And with that, again, stopping the momentum. Shogun were wise to hold back, though. We don't want to finish this fight here. So Evils now trying to make something happen, but maybe shouldn't be, as now ults are going to be coming online for the Shogun, and a lot of eliminations might come out because of it. The ult does come out from Dreamer to keep the team alive. Phantom finds the elimination, and the ults coming out. Plurp does get the trade off as well. Huge stun from Ghost, and the ult, the whole hog, does come out from Frost to, again, deny, keep saying it, deny that momentum. And that's exactly what you need, is to not even, as we saw with the Evils, we don't need to win the fight. We just need to be the top player on the fight, because again, if you are going to win the fight, or you're dominating the fight, or you're like 6v4, that team, that 4-player team, is gonna want to have to retreat, so that this they have a better chance to come back stronger and quicker. And so that's exactly what we see, that defender's advantage here, as the Evils coming through. Shield coming down. The Monkey ult does come out. High noon, it's gonna be big, and it's gonna find a lot, as the Evils now investing a lot of ults, but there's still a lot of key targets on the point, as now Dreamer has to invest an ult to it to keep the team alive. 2 tanks versus 2 tanks, but it looks like the 2 tanks win, as the Evils now take advantage of that. 40 seconds now remaining on the clock. Still anyone's game. This could be tough. The Evils going to be looking for probably 1 or 2 more fights, and have to be extremely careful, as now the Shogun know that, and if they're able to the very least get that last checkpoint, that's going to be it. but this is going to be tough. Evil's Shogun now ramping up. 2 ults being used. The wall is split down the middle. Burp getting the blink seat. Captain Calamari getting rid of that lamp. And now the Evils need to regroup here as they're getting a little bit scattered by the Diva. Blurp tries to find the Earth Shatter, does not find it. And there we go. Now we're getting to the point of health bars hitting low enough. And actually, it's looking in favor of the Shogun, as now they were able to split up the Evils effectively. And now Ghost trying to stall the point as much as possible. And with that, that's going to be the team. And the Shogun are going to take the second map. And that's going to be it there. GG's indeed. It was looking strong for the Evils there, but in the end, that last team fight is really what got them. I think this Earth Shatter and this great positioning here is what's gonna make it. The Earth Shatter just found so much value there, and ultimately split up the team, and the Franklin Shogun were able to really split them up in a really effective way, and that's going to be that. I think that's going to be it for us. I don't know if we're going to go to a friendly as we're kind of wrapping up the game here. It's been a little bit of a long Saturday for all of us here. Yeah, it looks like the Evils are starting to drop out, and so is the Franklin team. And so I want to thank everyone for coming on out and watching these awesome games. It was a close one. This is the kind of games that you can expect to see in Nationals and not too long out. It is quite the match to behold. See a lot of players at peak performance and not giving up. And so, like I was saying before, I was kind of pointing out a lot of mistakes there, but I think at this point a lot of our players are gold Overwatch players, especially the teams that have been stuck around for a long time, are getting to a very great level that needs to be pushed a little bit farther, because I think we're hitting that next wall of skill because they've done so well. They've put a lot of effort to get to that growth stage. And now they need to get past a little bit of a barrier in that learning and that growth. And that's why we have our awesome coaches to help them out with that. So it's been really awesome to see that growth over the 3 seasons. And now going into it, you know, Marvels, that was a Marvels match. So the Marvels officially lost that match. But overall, I think the Marvels did extremely well all together. We saw some great plays coming out as the substitutes from the Eagles. Some particular players just doing extremely well. All the players doing well. I think it's just weird circumstances altogether with that. But that's enough of me ranting and rambling. I want to thank you one last time for coming on out to this matchup. No games next week, as you probably guessed, as that's a holiday weekend. And so I'm sure everyone will be out grilling and cooking and enjoying some fireworks here in XP League Madison. But we'll have more and a tournament bracket after that. So I'm excited for that and to see how it goes. From there, that's been it. I've been Cody. It's been a pleasure casting for you. You all have a great night and a great weekend.